Guys, if I'm audible, just let me know in the voice. Sorry, in the comments. If I'm audible, just let me know in the comments. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll let other people join and then we'll start with some live analysis. Can someone please send the link on public Discord so that people can join in? Bank Nifty view, all that we'll come to that. Bank Nifty was bullish. We had already discussed Bank Nifty. It is supposed to remain bullish. My view was that my view earlier it was that it will take up this demand and start moving higher, but it did go for a shakeout. The recovery is fast. So after the shakeout happens, these demand zones are of no use anymore. Right, so now your only important demand is this one, this entire block actually. So all these tiny little demand zones, they were supposed to give a move, and in the morning only it spiked up. So let's see what happens, but the view is bullish in Bank Nifty. There is no doubt about that. The view in Bank Nifty is bullish. Euro USD, we'll focus on the Indian markets. We will focus on the Indian markets. Uh, let's first just get a view of what is going on in the Indian markets. So Bank Nifty is bullish. It's also not really reacting from this supply anymore, which is this supply as well. So see what happens is after the supply is taken out. So I'll just give a brief about this. So suppose this is a supply which led to the last down move, right? This is a supply which led to the last down move. Now what happens is after it gets taken out, after it gets absorbed here, even if it comes down, this is not selling. This is not selling until this zone is taken out. All right. So if it gets taken out, if the supply gets taken out and the price comes back in, then these demand zones are more active than this supply in a given bullish structure. The structure is already bullish, right? The order flow is bullish. You see this forming nice little ranges on the upside. The order flow is bullish. So until this low is taken out, this won't really be bearish for me, right? So Bank Nifty, see again this supply is getting absorbed nicely. Look at the move which is happening on the upside. This is a nice move which is happening on the upside immediately as we discussed. Let's see if it continues or if it comes down again, right? Never expect a move to continue. Always be ready for the move to fail. Only then you will be able to make some money. All right. Always expect the move to fail. If it continues, consider it as a blessing, because your what do I say? Your skill is to recognize when a move doesn't continue. Your skill is not catching big moves. That is just the market giving you. All right. So your skill is to be prepared for other situations, except for your which is apart from what you wish happens. That is your skill. So trade management, the edge, and all that stuff, it comes. The edge is your edge is your trade management. That's the main point. You can use any strategy you want, but your edge is your trade management. So cement stocks are looking kind of nice here. I checked out the 4 cement stocks. They're looking nice, but the problem is, okay. So now let's get a lesson on. I'll just darken my crosshair so that it's visible to everyone. Second, yeah. So see, So now I have 4 cement stocks on my watch, which is Ultratech is there. You see Ramco is there, ACC is there, and Ambuja is also there. So which one do you think is the strongest? And I mean, you can arrange them in descending order of this strength, which is from the strongest to the weakest. Of course, not by the percentage moves, because that will be a very naive thing to do. Looking at the charts, which one do you think is the strongest and which is the weakest? You can answer in the comments. I'll wait for the answers. Okay, Ultratech is the strongest stock. Yeah, but the problem with the strongest stock is sometimes it has already moved, so you won't really get a move. You won't really get a move again. So see, it went through the high, right? So now when you see it's going through the previous day high or any kind of swing high or the range high, what your mindset should be to not immediately consider this as a trap. All right, your mindset should not be to consider this as a trap immediately, nor even if it breaks this swing, still it's not a trap. All right, even if it breaks the swing, if you just zoom out, the range the demand which is forming the range is actually this demand, this one right here. So it has a lot of room to move on the downside and it still remain bullish. All right, you see this EMA as well right here, which I discussed earlier in my videos as well. So if you see, it has room till here to come down. All right, and still remain bullish because the range has started here itself. This is the reference swings for the range. So even though it's sustaining, this demand is extremely strong. You can look for longs around this demand, but don't forget that it has room to come down here and still remain bullish. So anyhow, if tomorrow or day after tomorrow it gives a long here, you take it with closed eyes, because this is untested, and it's still very, very bullish. And now you see ACC and they were weak. Why? Because of all these looming overhead supplies right here, and you see the pullbacks are way deeper in these stocks. Puja still does not have a lot of supply because this is kind of taken out, might go up, but ACC and Ramco Cement, you see they are very weak because of these supplies right here. Right? The Ultratech is again expanding on the upside. So didn't really take a lot to find the strongest stock, and it's still moving. So even if you enter higher, you are at very high odds to make money, right? If I check out the autos as well, see, now this is very weak. Why is this weak? Because it's still in a downtrending structure, whereas most of the auto stocks are uptrending. All right. So if you see, all these are uptrending structures. All these are uptrending structures. All these are uptrending structures. But M&M alone is a downtrending structure till now. Right? You see, this is a downtrend. So the swings are this here and this one. This is your complete downtrend. This entire area is actually distribution for the move down. Now it's getting accumulated, getting accumulated, but again, unless this supply is taken out, it's not bullish for me. All right, so I look for very deep structure breaks. I'm not chasing the move with immediate structure breaks, because if you see, if the stock is moving like this, right, these are the major pivots and this is the minor on the lower time frame. If you're looking for a break of this is your structural point. All right, so it can just do this. Don't look for these structure breaks to trade these minor moves. All right, look for major pivots to be taken out, and major pivots, when they're taken out, the stock will form a base, and that is when you will get a nice move. So ultimately it comes down to range breakouts only, right? Just a wick below a previous higher low doesn't mean that the structure has been broken. All right, you need to see that the entire distribution is happening and then the structure is getting broken on the downside, or accumulation is happening and the structure is getting broken on the upside. So let's get an update on Bank Nifty. You see the move from where we discussed the bullishness, right? So doesn't really take a lot. You have to just see the trend and have to be prepared for the shakeout, and you see what is happening around the supplies. So it's nicely moving on the upside. Yesterday's move was a fake move, right? And Nifty on the other hand, if you see, is not catching up. So now Bank Nifty is taking the lead, right? So this is where you will see some distribution in other major names. You see the ITs are falling today, except Naukri. Everything is down, right? You see the bigger IT names, they're all getting dumped. If you see Tech Mahindra, look at this. It's already formed an entire distribution range. So see, I was about to take a long in Tech Mahindra here, but what was the reason I did not take a long? Because this would be an attempt at continuation when already a lot of move has happened. So this is why this long was avoided, and Bank Nifty was in my constant bullish list. If you watched the video day before yesterday, we had discussed why Bank Nifty is supposed to remain bullish, and it's time for IT stocks to take a back seat. That is what is happening. IT stocks are taking a back seat. You see, they've already moved a lot. You see, this is a trap again, right? Why is this a trap? Because unless this is taken out, it's not bullish for me. Unless this is taken out right here, this entire base, it's not bullish. All this can happen. This is just a lower high. Alright, all these minor structure breaks, they don't do anything. You need to see now if it has to go up, what will happen? It'll use this entire imbalance, right? This entire move, these areas, and it will form a reference range here because the demand is also strong, because it did take out some kind of a lower high, right? But this supply is still stronger than this area, right? So now to take out this supply, it needs more time. So it needs to do something like this, and then maybe it goes up, or maybe it just continues on the downside. That we'll know later. Now Naukri, why is it moving up apart from all the IT names falling today? So if you see, this is the base which was being formed in Naukri since like 1 year, I think, almost 1 year, and see other stocks have already gone out of that base. So Naukri was underperforming, and now it's taking the charge. See, this is also good actually. HCL Tech is also good, not that far, but Wipro C, it's run up a lot. TechMC, it's run up a lot, but Naukri hasn't really went up from here. That is why the outperformance is kicking in. So the money is being shifted from these names to the lower kind of a mid-cap IT space. All right. So yeah, let's take an update on metals. I haven't really checked. All right. So Vedanta is down. What is the reason? Yeah. So this is the reason right here. The supply right here is the reason for Vedanta is for Vedanta being down. Rest of the other stocks, if you see now this is much stronger than Vedanta. So it's very clear how you have to spot these. So if you see, National Aluminium is not in the red because the supply is gone. So it's there is some strength here. All right, the strength will be judged at this demand zone. Sorry, the strength will be judged at this demand zone right here. If it pulls back, then we can see some move on the upside. Other than that, if you see, Jindal still is underperforming, so this one you can ignore. Sale as well, this as well, this as well actually. So National Aluminium is extremely bullish. Hindalco is also extremely bullish. Let's see if we might get a trade. Yeah, so see, Hindalco, the view was shared here that if it pulls back and it can take a long around these demand zones. It's now I would avoid it honestly, because if you see, this is a very strong area and it's already rejecting here. So to take a long in this counter, the plan would be to look for this supply to be taken out. So basically any minor sign of strength, and you get in. So what is going on in Hindalco? If you see, there's a nice build up here, but it did not really do anything, right? And it's going down. So I don't really think this is gonna go up, right? You see Tata Steel as well. This is also turning down after a nice distribution in the morning itself. right? And if you see other stocks, see everything is getting distributed in metals. So the entire sector, you see supply getting distributed here again, but this one is a bit stronger. NMDC as well, you see getting distributed. So everything is kind of getting distributed in the metal sector except JSW. JSW is showing some strength, but let's see. You see in the meanwhile, Hindalco is pushing on the downside. So how do you actually plan a short here? You wait for this reaction. So when you get a move on the upside and you get an immediate rejection, then what the stock does is it forms a reference range. This is your reference range in the stock. So it won't really fall quickly because it has a lot of space to trade here. So if you short here, it has a very high chance of reversing from this demand, maybe back up to this supply or this supply, right? So the only case where you can short it, if you see something like this, you get a dip here, you get a move, and then you get a attempt at continuation on the downside, right? Here is where you'll try to take a short. I think VWAP will also be there, right? And what will happen is a second thing might happen is it might turn from here itself and it might go back up. This is a very good shot actually, and then it can come down to tap these lows again. So this is a very good shot, and you see immediately it's trying to move up. It did not really take a long time, just trying to spike up. Don't short at this candle. Sorry. See, it's immediately trying to spike up on the upside. Let's see what it does. If it does anything, just update me on the chat. I'll check it out later. This one we'd already seen that it's stronger on the daily chart, so we won't really short this. This is also this is still above the VWAP. So if you see the weaker stocks are Tata Steel is weak, Hindalco is also weak. Not really pull back to the supply. Let's see what it does. Don't chase the move on the downside. So while marking order blocks, what I've seen what people do, a lot of people do, is they'll chase this move on the downside. They'll look at this kind of a structure break, and then they'll chase the move from here. Don't do that because the last base is here. Alright? If the last base is here, then chasing the move from here doesn't really make a lot of sense. And you're shorting at demand. So don't chase the move, let the stock do its thing. You have to take one good trade a day, that's it. This is much better. If you see, this is a much compact structure. So here you can actually take a shot. You can keep your stop here. This low, this high, I won't really keep a stop because this isn't relevant in the trend. This is the relevant swing only. So this stop loss is also exposed, but if it hits, we'll see if there is another continuation on the downside or not. So you can short this. Now if you see the difference between this structure and Hindalco, see, Hindalco is very spread out, right? It has a lot of room to trade the range, but Tata Steel doesn't have any room to go up. So if you see that everything here has been traded properly, you see this move was traded, this move was traded, this move is also traded. There is nothing left on the upside. Now either it's do or die. So either it drops straight down or it goes straight up. And these are the scenarios which you want to hunt, right? You don't want to give the stock room to move against you. Alright. Now it can only if there is a sudden buying spike, then only it will go up because we are still at demand. So don't forget that we are still at demand. But the evidence that it is trading the upside properly and distributing, and it's also at a supply, is good enough to try a shot. It will work out eventually. Hindalco is kind of trying to move down, but still I'll avoid this one because I've already explained it. There's a lot of room on the upside. The main point is to focus on the high time frame. So on the high time frame also, if you see, this is again some distribution here. So chance of a down move is very high. If we don't get it today, we might get it tomorrow. So let's see, I think it should start going down soon. We'll get an update on this one. It starts going down. You see, Jindal has already started dropping. Hindalco is also trying to go down. So let's see, metals are trying to push on the lower side. So see, this is how you have to form a bias of about the entire sector, and then only you take the trade. Bank Nifty faked out. Okay, This is not a fake out, bro. This is not a fake. How is this a fake out? Okay, so okay, just a second. Yeah, how is this a fake out? This is not a fake out. Don't judge this as a fake out, right? That is a very, very uh, naive thing to do. Don't judge this as a fake out until I've already told you, until this zone is taken out, it's not bearish. So metals again, if you see, it's going down. Let's see. I expect it to dump. I'll just get in from my phone as well. Also, guys, don't really worry about the losses. So what will happen is sometimes the weakest looking stock will turn the strongest, and others will start dumping down. Right? So don't worry about these scenarios. If you see Hindalco is trying to go down, this should also go down. But don't worry if that happens. That is just a part of the game. You are just collecting all the info, and you're doing what is in your hands. Alright, so I've got in RST. Let's see. Let's look at some other sectors because we just cannot take a single trade and let it run. We need to look at other sectors as well. So intraday, what happens is it's just the all the sectors how they move in intraday is some might be moving up, some might be moving down. So you have to spot the uh, better sector all the time, even on the lower side or on the higher side. You cannot take a one trade, or you cannot take more than one trade in a single sector. If you do that, then you're exposed disproportionately to different sectors, right? So what you want to, how you want to plan your trades is you want to uh, form a bias about every sector. Now if your bias is bearish about the metal sector, it can be wrong as well, right? It can, two things can happen here. If you see, either it turns around from here, or it just forms a base here and then shoots up, which will give a sign here as well, right? So if your bias is bearish about the metal sector and it turns around and the market turns bullish, it means that some other sector is more bullish, right? Hopefully this is clear with everyone. It means that some other sector is more bullish than the metal sector. So you're missing out on that opportunity as well, right? So you want to take that sector as well in your consideration, and you want to see which is actually going up. So if I check the indices, so see, metal is, this might be a low fake out, right? We never know. So let's see what happens. My reference is this supply. Pharma is trying to turn bullish. We'll have a look at pharma stocks. Don't panic when this kind of stuff happens. It's fine. You can, unless this entire range is actually looking like distribution. So let's see if it takes this out or not. Alright, in the meantime, let's check out some pharma sectors. Okay, this is going up. Let's see. My reference is this supply. If it doesn't get taken out, I'm not really exiting it. This is the supply which you should be targeting. See, that is why I'd mentioned this scenario previously as well. Either it shoots straight up or it falls straight down. Now this you cannot really predict if you're taking early entries. So you just have to know that this can happen, right? I mentioned this earlier as well. So to know that this can happen is in itself that I mean, it's a great sign itself, right? In itself, because now you're prepared for all the things that can happen. So once the range is traded properly, it will either move immediately down. So this move could have happened on the downside as well, and it can happen on the upside as well, right? But this move will happen. So you have to be prepared for these kinds of things, and it will only happen if you just know these concepts. So nice learning here. If the range is traded properly, right, all these gaps are filled properly and there's nothing to move, either it will go for a sweep on the upside to clear everything out, all the liquidity will be cleared out and then maybe continue on the downside, or it may just fall and continue the trend on the downside, right? It's sustaining at the supply, so I think it has turned bullish. We'll see what happens. Keep an eye on Sun TV as well. It's outperforming Nifty from the lows. Don't take a trade here, just keep an eye on this one. So let's see. This is the supply actually. Reality is looking, it's above the day high. It's above the day high. The stop loss. The entry was a bit bad, I think. I just tried to chase it on the downside. So let's see if it does anything here. We can move again. We can add more actually if it forms another weak link, which I think it should. I think it should come down. Let's see. Let's keep a watch on Tata Steel. Reality is looking good. Okay, I'll check it out as well. Nifty Reality, nothing yet. Actually, the entire market has turned bullish. So let's wait. I was talking about Nifty Pharma, right? Nifty Pharma is trying to move on the higher side. If you guys can find any pharma stocks, you can put it on the chat. I will check them out. Also, guys, don't attend the live for callouts, because I am see what my trading style is. It might not suit a lot of you. All right, you might like working with very tiny stops, and you might like to re-enter here. So don't look at this as callouts. Just try to take pieces of information. So suppose you would have shorted here, or maybe people would have gone long here, right? Seeing the ascending triangle. Now this entire move is just to flush out all these people who are trying to take the longs, seeing the attempted up move in the stock, right? All these highs are being taken out. So people who are looking at all these breakouts are trying to take a long, but the supply is right here. Right? So just try to take these pieces of information instead of coming for callouts, because then suppose I face 3 losses in a row, and then I end the live, and then I go ahead and I go back and then make 5 gains in a row, right? So that then it won't really help you. So try to understand this. It's turning down. Let's see. It should come down. Let's see when it comes down. Once the entire range is traded, just keep this concept in mind. Once the entire range is traded properly, right, all these areas are traded properly, then only a liquidity spike will come, because market moves in a pattern of volatility contraction and expansion. So this expansion is what your liquidity hunt is, right? If you see, this is your contraction. Now when contraction happens, no space is left in the range. So to hunt for more orders, it has to either purge on the upside or on the downside, right? So either you wait for that purge and then take a short, because then space will be created and you would have a lot of room, right? Or either you take a short here and get in again when the liquidity hunt is done. You see, as expected, it's coming down. So just being aware of these scenarios will help you out. All right, let's see if it continues or if it just accumulates here. So now what the scenarios, what can happen is it can just compress here and then accumulate for the entire day, or it can just come on the downside, right? Because this is a bullish move, so you cannot really deny any accumulation here until it shows weakness around the space. Even though I think it should head down. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. We'll keep this on watch. I'll check SDFC live. Someone is wanting me to check it. Yeah, SDFC Live, it has already moved. SDFC Live, the problem is that it has already moved, so don't expect any big move from here, because if you see, you actually the distribution happened here. So if even if it goes up, it can just do this. So I'd probably avoid SDFC Live here. Tata Steel, again heading on the downside. So these, all these indicate supplies. So if you see it tried to go up, so it might, you might think like it's micro analyzing, but if you see what is going on is, if I just mark this out on the lower charts, if you see this is a down move, this one is a down move, then an up move happened, right? And then a down move, then a smaller up move happened here, right? Then a down move and a smaller up move happened here, and then a down move and a bigger up move happened here, right? So this rejection, if this got rejected, this is an attempt to change the trend. If you see, this move is attempt to take this out. If it changes here, then it is a good sign of weakness, and it can just roll over on the downside. So there is a lot of supply at these levels, and there is not a lot of demand here, so it can come down to this low very very quickly. Let's see if that happens or not. You can take a short here as well. Actually, you can take a short here as well. You can add to your previous position to track it on the downside. If you get a big move on the downside, then that's well and good. If you don't, then maybe we'll look for something else. Reliance, Emphasis, all right. Emphasis is bearish, but it's stronger than other IT names. So if you see, unless this is taken out, it won't really move fast on the downside. It's stronger than other IT names. Alright, Reliance Industries. Again, Reliance has run up too much. You just let it go around in that range. Don't chase Reliance. You see, this is extremely weak. This is showing no signs of going up. Again, an attempt to move down. Let's see what happens. But don't exit on this spike. The problem with everyone is that if you're taking a short here expecting a move down, you're just exiting on this spike, which is not a good thing. You wait for the reaction. If it keeps sustaining at the supply, that is when you exit, because what can happen is it can just go up and immediately start dumping down. You are shorting at demand. Always be mindful of that. You're shorting at demand. All right. So don't expect an immediate up move. Look at this attempt at reversal again. There's a lot of supply here. Will keep heading on the downside. Should just move downside very nicely. So unless this is taken out, again I'm saying it, unless this is taken out, this is not bullish. We'll let it do its thing. We'll look at different other stocks. Let's see what has Sun TV done in the meantime. Alright, so Sun TV is trying to break some structure here. So if you see, once this high is taken out, this will be bullish on the upside. This will be bullish, yeah. Meanwhile, Bank Nifty, if you see, look at this demand, these wicks here. This indicate demand. Alright, so don't be bearish on Bank Nifty just yet. This is not a fake out until this entire demand is taken out. And even if this demand is taken out, this is still there. So you are fighting against a cluster of demand zones. So the main reason for this entire up move is this base. If you're trying to take a short anywhere here, you are in a losing proposition, because it can react very fast from these areas, right? So don't try to short these areas unless it's in a bearish structure. All right. Yeah, signs of weakness. Let's see. Let's see what other metal stocks have done. See this. See, this is what was expected. Did anyone take this one? So this was expected. This is the scenario which played out. This is the scenario which played out here. So I'll just delete this arrow. So this arrow is the scenario which played out. The went till supply, then immediate short. Let's see if it gives a breakdown or not. Alright, I will check out trend as well. So trend, first of all, where is your entry? There is no long entry in trend in my opinion. If you entered here, then this is just luck. So I don't really think there is any entry here in trend. Ten stocks which you can hold for 10 years. I don't really hold anything for 10 years. I'm not the guy for that. Just a second. Alright, RT Industries is in a downtrend. You see it's getting rejected from this base right here, which is the supply here. But if you want to take a short, the short entry would have been somewhere here. So maybe here you could have shorted it, or here again you could have shorted it. Right, so this is heading up. Alright, so this is going in for the second time. Now this indicates some sustained bullishness, right? If it just turned around, see, this was the base which was discussed. So now you can get out of your short. Alright. Guys, don't, again I'm saying it, don't take these trades as a call out. I'm just showing you how you can handle these kinds of moves. And you see this is getting taken out. I'm just showing you how to handle these kinds of moves. So study the flow which happened here. So this was the supply, right? There is a supply here as well. Now when it's trying to move down, the range is completely traded here, right? And now when it's spiking back up, this might be a liquidity hunt right here, and then it can continue on the downside, right? This is not a proof of bullishness. You want to see a price again doing something like this and then moving up. So this is not a proof of bullishness. This, when it started to go up again, this indicated that it will shoot up. All right, this is not VCP. Okay, again this is not really VCP. This is not VCP. VCP is something like this. So this is not, this is falling. The VCP has to be at the supply. So this is VCP. All right, this falling kind of a wedge or whatever it is, this is not VCP. So see, so suppose we didn't have the short here and you took a long here. Now that is also a bad long, but if you take a long here, this is a better long. All right, as we had discussed that the second attempt is what you need to focus on. So just keep this in mind. What amateurs do is they look at the characteristic of the move, and what professionals will do is they look at the reaction. All right, so always focus on the reaction to every move. Don't focus on the characteristic of the move, how fast it is or how slow it is. Don't focus on that. Focus on the reaction to the move. Bank Nifty is again turning around from here. Let's see where it goes. But this entire area is bullish for Bank Nifty, so don't try to short this thing. It can still get rejected. Yeah, it can still get rejected from the supply above, but the point is that if it's showing you signs of accumulation, then this is not an area you want to short at. If the base, see look at the move after we discussed here, it actually bounced from the view app. So look at the move here. So the point is that you were shorting at a demand zone, right? So you can avoid that if you want to. Now when it's going up, if it has to reject from the supply, it will show weakness at the demand zone, not at the supply. So if it just breaks 4 or 5 supplies in a row and then doesn't come immediately down, it means that these demands are stronger. All right, and also it's not really in a bearish structure yet. So that was also a mistake which I should have kept in mind. It is also in a bearish, it's also in a bullish structure till now. I mean, these things happen when you're live, so it's fine. So don't consider these callouts as as callouts. Like don't blindly trade them. Just try to know what is the thought process that goes into every trade. Wait, it's 10:20. Okay, that's a split. UPL, I think there was a good long one. How would you analyze stocks and sectors? I've already discussed it. I use the 50-day moving average. That's it. That is it. This is everything you need to analyze for swings. You see, you look for bases around this area and you get the spike. Again, bases, you get the spike. Again, bases, you get the spike. That's it. This base failed, which is fine. Some trades will fail. But for swing trade, what you have to do is you have to just look at a trending structure. You find these bases around the 50-day moving average. Take any moving average, honestly doesn't really matter. But if you see, look at this, base breakout, base breakout, base breakout, here as well, base breakout, and here as well, right? So it's pretty simple. Swing is doesn't not really much. So hopefully this is clear with everyone. I'll check out Spark as well. So Spark, if you see, it's doing nothing, honestly. It's below this base right here, and it's not really trying to move up. So I wouldn't short this one, because the problem with this is the bias is on the short side, but on the higher time frame is the bias on the upside. So you want to avoid this one, because then it has a chance of taking people out. It's moving up in a straight line post that. Don't short at these supplies, it's bullish now. So it'll be better if you just keep the 5-minute structure on your chart instead of going on the lower time frames, because then you might make mistakes like this. This was not really, it was alright. If I look at hindsight, this is an alright trade. This is alright, honestly. So this is the trade is similar to this. The trade on Tata Steel is similar to this, so it's fine. If it has to go up, then you cannot really do anything. But this is an alright. This is the rollover right here. It could have gone for this low at least. Alright, so Bank Nifty is moving up from this demand again, right? But if I just put on the Bank Nifty futures, yeah, so see, this is the VWAP. This is the VWAP right here. So everything about this is still bullish. See, what we're trying to do in intraday is, right, when you're trading stocks, not indices, what you're trying to do in intraday is, suppose Nifty is doing this, you'll have a few stocks which are doing this, a few stocks which are doing this, and a few stocks which are doing this. So there is a deviation. This is your Nifty and this is your stock. So there is a deviation in the movement, and this is what you're trying to catch, that deviation, right? So this will only come if you keep following the trend. You cannot do anything about reversals. So like Tata Steel, if you see, it was underperforming Nifty since the morning. So if I show you, see, Nifty was pretty much sideways. Tata Steel was trying to fall here, and now it has started to outperform. So this is not in your hands, right? This is not in your hand. This might happen, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to chase the performance. That's it. So another stock which we had discussed. Okay, someone is saying Siemens. Yeah. So see, unless it comes down to this area, I'm still bullish unless it breaks this area. So I already told to avoid longs here, because this can be a fake out. But don't take shorts as well. It will be range bound. Alright. So cement, if you see, it will be range bound. Don't enter any trade here. There was supply everywhere, and it started to fall. And I enter a trade from my. I've not really made a watch list for today. I'll make it for. I'll send the video. I'll upload the video tonight. I did not really make any watch list, so that is why I'm a bit lost. If I had made a watch list, I would have definitely spotted metals trying to move up, but uh, that's for hindsight. So I haven't really made a watch list for today. So that is why I'm trying to analyze what is going on in the live market and make a view. Let it consolidate right here. Let it consolidate, and then we look for an up move in Pharma. Why an up move in Pharma? Because unless this demand is taken out, this is not bearish. Because if you see, the reference range is this one. This is my reference range. So unless this demand is taken out, it's not bearish. Are you recording? Are you recording this live? I am not recording it. I think it will be uploaded automatically. I'll upload it later. Yeah, I'll upload it. Okay. Let's see, Bank Nifty. Even if it breaks this demand zone, it's not bearish. So your bias, your trade should be on the upside. Even though this is not a very nice, so it's not a nice way to nice area to take a trade. I'll just highlight this. So even though this is not a very nice area to take a long, expecting a move, but the bias is bullish. See, what you want is you only want a single good trade every day. What calls of Tata Steel? Why are you buying calls of Tata Steel? It's at a supply. So if you bought it here, then it's fine on the when it started to move up. But you're just going into supply. So this will be range bound. You just have to escape the range bound stocks. All right. Don't buy calls of Tata Steel, especially at a supply right here. Don't do that. The small cap index is trying to break out. So if I check the small cap index on the lower charts, this is a distribution base, and this is forming an accumulation base right here. So it should start moving up soon. Please take a trade live and show us how to enter. I'm not really prepared for today. I will try to take it. I've discussed a lot of things. If you were in the live from the beginning, I've discussed a lot of things. So entry and exits, I've literally told you how to exit. But okay, I'll see if if I can spot any trade. I'll take it. Why do people keep dropping stock? It's all right. Doesn't really nothing wrong about it. The live is, I mean, it's all right, honestly. So this was the area where I had a bullish view about banks, and it gave a shakeout, but then it's going back up again. So you won't really, not really finding any kind of a good structure today. So see, another thing is if you don't find good structures, the problem is not with your concept or your trades. It's just that the market is not good enough today, right? If you don't find any good structures, so don't rush in. Just take what you can understand. Don't rush into trades. Just take what you can understand. If it's not about your setup, don't take it. See, so what will people try to do when they're not finding any trades? They'll take a long trade like this. This is not a good trade. There is a lot of space below. This is not a good trade. My only philosophy is to not leave space against me. That is when you'll get the major expansions. All right. So if I show you, see all this congestion here, right? So any long here is bound to fail. Any long is bound to fail. Any long is bound to fail unless there is a congestion here as well. So if you see, this area is countered by this area right here. All these will fail. Right now, after this is gone, now it's bullish. Sustaining above a supply doesn't really matter to me. I want at demand, not above a supply. So the only thing which you need to do is you need to not leave any space against your trade. That is the only thing I work in. I'm not saying that you need to do that. Polycap, the range is not traded properly, so it can move up till here and then do something like this. Alright, so be aware about this. This will remain range bound. Don't go long in this. This will not move. There's a lot of congestion here. So don't trade each and every stock you find. Alright, you select your stocks very, very carefully. ITC is bullish. ITC, where is the supply? First of all, the supply is here. This supply is guiding all these supplies. So this supply, this is a reaction from this supply, and this is a reaction from this supply. So unless this gets taken out, it's not sustaining above anything. I think you're talking about this supply. So the supply is not important. The supply doesn't turn into demand. I cannot buy above my selling price. Alright, so the supply is not turning into demand. This is the demand which is sustaining the stock. There will be a demand build up. I'll buy here to take this out. I will not buy here to take this out. I cannot buy above my selling price, right? Sorry about that. JK Lakshmi, Just Dial, Varun, I'll check all that. Just Dial, see, this is the same mistake which people do. Now, this is not a supply. It's not really, I mean, avoid it, honestly. Once it will work out, once it will fail. So doesn't really make sense to take this. Same with JK Lakshmi. There's a lot of space below. Don't see the only mantra to, not the only mantra, my mantra to take good trades is to not leave a lot of space below my trade. So Sun TV, if you see it's trying to move up nicely, why? Because there is a lot of space here. It can travel, right? And if you see Bank Nifty as well, nicely moving up. So unless it breaks down this base, it's bullish. You can take long trades in Bank Nifty from demand zones in this area. It's in a bullish framework. Okay, Chambal formed an accumulation day yesterday. Alright, right. First of all, how is it accumulation? This is not really an accumulation day. See, just covered the space here and then immediately dropped. So if you have any difficulty in recognizing where is the space to move, you just hide the candles and keep the VWAP on, and you will get where is the space to move. Base, so this is your space to move. Immediate move up, comes down. Base, there's a space to move here, doesn't really go up. I think it might have gone up. Yeah, there is a wick here into this base right here, right? And again, now it has moved to room to go up till this base, the entire area, and it has already done that. See, so just hide the candles. You will see where there is space to move or where there isn't any space to move. All right. Sova as well. See, Sova is also good, but if you're taking along here, yeah, this is good. You can try it. You can try and take a long here. This looks like a shakeout to this area of demand, which is forming the range actually. So this is my reference range here. So it can try to move up. It's also absorbing the supply, I think. If you see, the supply has been taken out. The stock dipped down here, and then it can go up. So you can check other realty stocks as well. So DLF, it's bearish. DLF is bearish. All right, DLF is bearish. Godrej Properties is bullish. This is bullish. Nice move up, sustaining here. This has the chance of moving up. This is trying to be bullish. and the other one is Oberoi. This is bearish. So not I don't really see any uh, sector-wise move in the realty space. So you can take it, you can avoid it. It's completely on you, honestly. This is still consolidating at this supply. I'll just add Sova to my watchlist. Take longs at this zone. See, if it comes down to this area and it forms a bottom again, then only take longs. Don't buy these candles, right? Don't buy these candles on the upside. You have to be very selective with your trades. APL, Apollo, BEL, Grasim. See, all this has moved, guys. All this has moved on the upside. So uh, no point trying to take longs here. All this has moved. All right. I think Sun TV is gonna spike up. Let's see. National Aluminium went up. Okay, it's already bullish. So it was at a demand. So we are shorting at a demand zone, which is fine. Uh, it can go down as well. I don't really remember what I told about National Aluminium. Guys, don't take blind trades. Don't take blind trades. Let it come down. You're taking far. You see, you're taking very far away from the view. This launching base is your entry right here. This is your entry, right? Taking very far away from the view. So you want to see something like this to enter. If I show you, see, look at this. These little dojis right here. This is what you want to see when you enter. That is when the stock will move immediately in your direction or against you. You won't get caught in any shakeouts. In Dalmia Bharat, okay, let's check it out. Yeah, this is a great trade. Yeah, see, this is a good one. If you see, you got this right here, that little launching base which I was talking about. Then look at the move up. This is what you want to target in a bullish framework, of course, if you're taking a long trade. So while reacting from this demand, let's see if it moves up. Always look for that little launching base kind of a structure after your suppose this is your bullish structure, and here is where you get that launching base at the supply. So this is when the stock will move up, and this is where most of the breakouts will come in. So this is moving up nicely. Let's see. Now what you can expect here is you can expect something like this, and then it will shoot up. Keep a watch on Sun TV. You can actually take it, but again, at your own discretion. I don't want to get in any trouble with SEBI. Let's see. Nifty in 5 minutes. Yeah, Nifty is weak. I've already told this one that Nifty is weak and Bank Nifty will outperform. So Bank Nifty is still bullish, but Nifty is weak. So we discussed this in the morning. You can scroll left and you can get the logic for it. The thing is, Nifty is weak, so you can reduce your exposure in longs. But honestly, I think sector-wise move is happening in the market. This is breaking out. Nice one if you took it. Let's see. This should go smoothly till this supply, and then this will become some kind of a liquidity hunt scenario here, right? So let's see what it does. This is also trying to break out. Very positive on Sun TV because it's at a weekly demand actually. AB Capital. AB Capital is kind of illiquid in my opinion. Okay, it's not. All right. Yeah, so see again the same thing. You're chasing the move into the supply far from the demand zone. So this is not a winning proposition for you. All right. You're chasing the move into the supply far from a demand zone, which is not a winning trade. This can easily do this, right? So don't so much space there. Don't watch the 1 minute, guys. Don't watch the 1 minute. This is fine. This is traded properly. This is traded properly. It should spike up. This Sun TV as well. It should move up. It is already moving up. See, Nifty is not really getting rejected from the supply. If you see, it's unable to make any move on the downside, so you can expect some kind of a reaction on the upside. Because it's unable to make a move on the downside, so you can expect some kind of reaction in Nifty on the upside, right? Because it's not really turning around and trying to fall down, and that move will be accompanied by the breakout in Bank Nifty. So yeah, another kind of lesson for you guys. If you see, this is a stronger sector. It's trying to move up, trying to break out actually of this area right here, and Nifty is showing no signs of going down, right? So it means that Nifty, Bank Nifty will lead Nifty on the upside, right? This is confirmation by both the indices that the move is about to happen on the upside. This is trying to go out. Of course, it can fake out and consolidate for the entire day, but it doesn't mean that you'll just leave out trades because that is a possibility, right? So let's see. I expect some kind of a move up. Let's check out the indices as well. And you see, Tata Steel is still consolidating, not really trying to go out because it's far from the demand zone, right? So it's there is no push behind it to take it on the upside. Let's see if Bank Nifty breaks out or it comes back down. The bias is definitely long. Happiest minds, okay. Happiest minds is bearish, brother. It's bearish. If you see, this was the demand zone for my reference, right? This was a demand zone for my reference. Now it's kind of bearish. Move is coming in. Let's see if it spikes up. Stock is very volatile. It has moved 1% in a single candle, and the candle is not even visible. Lazara Technologies. Okay, I'll check it out. It's okay. So it's in a bullish range right here, but unless this demand is taken out, it won't be bearish. So don't long here, but don't short here, but don't take a long as well because it needs time to build up. As you can get in Sun TV, you can get in Sun TV. This looks good, a bit far from the VWAP, so don't blame me if there's a shakeout, but this is a good long. This is what I was worried about. This might become a trap scenario because the rest of the sector is not going up. Right? You see, there's some dumping here as well, but don't exit this. Don't exit seeing these huge candles because again, I told you not to react on the move. You react on the reaction. Right? So if you see it turns around again, that is when you exit. Don't react on the immediate supply because it can be absorbed instantly and it can spike up. Hold until origin break. No, don't hold until origin break because it can go sideways as well. So you don't want to waste your time and your money as well because you won't get any leverage for bigger positions. So see, immediately supply is just gone. Maybe it might come higher. You don't really know that, but we'll just if it's going up, just let it go up. Oh, no, hello. Wipro. Alright. The problem is it's not in the bullish structure anymore. Once this is taken out, the range should have been formed here. But now I don't think it's in a bullish kind of a structure. So you can avoid Wipro. Alright, you can avoid Wipro here. So by is just absorbing the supply, nicely moving. Let's see. I think farmers are ready to move up. The view which we had discussed in the morning. I'll just check out a few. Yeah, farmers are trying to move up. Now let's see. Of course, it can dump from this zone. But let's see. We'll check out a few farmer stocks. Let me just monitor this one. Sorry for that. Alright, so target can be 813. Can be a big one. I feel this will be a big one. I just hope it doesn't shake out and scare you guys again. Let's see what happens. Mirza International bought at 61. But there is no buying here. So see, again, don't leave the space below your trade. This is the main problem that everyone faces. They leave a lot of space below the trades, and that is why the trades don't move. And your stop will be bigger as well. So for it to be bearish, it will have to take out this space. So will you be able to handle all this? No, right? Alright, this has been a nice move. If you ended around 772, you can book your partials here. I think it's 1:2. You can book your partials at 1:2. And then you can write the rest till 814. But keep an eye on this. Okay, there's a lot of second. Okay, so Dixon or the Pharma. Is IT turning around? A lot of you are talking about IT stocks. This is much better in my this is much better if you want to take a long in the IT sector. This is much better if you want to take a long in the IT sector. This was your entry. But again, your space to go down is this much, so you can get caught in a shakeout. So see, the thing is, if you're taking a long here, so understand this as well. So if you're taking a long here and your stop is this low, right, you need to be aware that this low doesn't have any value in the entire framework. Your pivot, which is driving the stock up, is this area. Alright, so your pivot which is driving the stock up is this area. It's not this area. So if you're taking a long here, there is a good chance of it shaking down, right? So don't be very comfortable with after you enter the trade. Don't just leave it like that. Alright. Alright, you can book out here. You can book out here if you have it. And get out here. This was a good one. SDFC Bank already running. You're back to trading mid caps. Nice one. This is, but okay. I think you got it at the EMA. I think, yeah. लग ही रहा था मुझे. Bank Nifty is bullish. Bank Nifty is going up. I already talked about this breakout. It is giving a breakout. Nice. And see Nifty also in the meanwhile. So see, everything just plays out in harmony. There is no I mean ambiguity in the moves. Everything just plays out together in harmony. So the view was that Bank Nifty will lead. See, Nifty hasn't broken out. Bank Nifty, look at this. Look at this thing right here. So everything plays out in harmony. If something has to change, the harmony will be destroyed, and then you can wait for it to set up again. That is the process of trading. All right. So if you see, uh, everything was playing out in harmony here. Everything was trying to move on the downside. This was a good shot. But if suddenly things change, you adjust accordingly, and then you start taking newer bets. Don't think that you don't know how to analyze if you get a failed move, because that's the wrong process. This is trying to move up. Let's see. Nifty is also trying to move up. I expected it to move up with Bank Nifty actually, because it was outperforming. Soba, hopefully you exited. You see the rejection immediately from this area. So this is the a power which you'll get with knowing your space to move. See, immediate the exit was given right here, right at the top. Sorry. So this is the awareness you will get if you know if there is space to move or not. Let's see if Sun TV moves as well. Oro Pharma, okay, I'm seeing a lot of Oro Pharma in the chart. I'll check it out. Yeah, Oro Pharma is bearish, brother. Oro Pharma is bearish. This is the base which drove this up move, and now it's kind of trying to come on the downside. So you can ignore Oro Pharma as of now. Now let's see if other reality stocks moved or not. See, did not really move a lot because the structure was bad, right? I already discussed this. See, no movement here as well, right? See, this was discussed to be bullish and it is trying to spike up. So this is the power which you'll get with when you're able to analyze relatively stronger and weaker structures. Alright? You will be able to catch these imbalances, which is outperformance. Don't worry about this move, alright? Let it go. Even if it breaks all-time high, it's fine. I think it's an all-time high. Yeah. Even if it breaks that, okay, not really an all-time high. Okay, this is a reality stock. Of course, it's not an all-time high. But even if it breaks this high, previous high, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let it go. You got your outperformance here. Now you don't really know if it will outperform here or not. Okay, Uttam Sugar. All right. I think you're talking about a swing trade. Avoid it for a swing trade. It's very bearish. Lacks any desire to go up. Alright, Inox Leisure. Which Inox? Inox Leisure, Inox Wind. Okay, so this is also bearish. It's in a bearish structure. Don't take longs here. See, it's in a bearish structure. It might go up. This demand is extremely strong. I've already discussed it. I've given this as an investment thing. But don't take intraday in this one. See, Lupin also we had discussed. See, Lupin is trying to move up. Unfortunately, I didn't really pay attention. Otherwise, I would have got in here. See this one. This was the entry in Lupin right here, and look at the move it's trying to give. Yeah, Inox is alright. What do you say about relative strength, and if you think it's good, then how we use it, outperformance? And I've discussed a lot of tips about relative strength already. You can watch my videos, and I'll try to roll out a video about relative strength soon, if you guys want it. Relative strength doesn't mean which is moving fast. My definition is which is trying to outperform, not which is already moved a lot and you're expecting more from it. That is not my definition of relative strength. My definition is which is trying to move fast. Prestige, okay. Yeah, see, it's similar to Sova. The structure is good. The structure is good here, so it's fine. But again, I don't really think I'd take a long at this level. Actually, this is a nice distribution day here, so I wouldn't really take a long in this level. Sun TV shakeout. Sun TV didn't really do anything. Where is the shakeout? This, if you think this little candle is a shakeout, then be prepared for this. I mean, just be prepared. This is a shakeout. This little candle is not a shakeout, guys. I hope you are referring to this. If you're referring to this as a shakeout, yes, this might be a shakeout. But the problem is that there's space from the VWAP. That is why if you have taken this long, make sure you get in with lesser quantities, right? Because it can easily do this and then go up. Because we're taking a long at a supply zone, right? So be aware about this and adjust your quantities accordingly. This is the supply zone right here, and this is the demand which he is talking, right? So it can do something like this. So always be prepared for this. The key is to be prepared for what can happen against you. My view on Voltas. Voltas, it has moved a lot, it's overextended, so now you see there is some kind of distribution at these highs. It's unable to continue above these highs, so now it's time to avoid. If you are in this, you book it. If you are in from lower levels, you book out of this one. The Nifty again facing some resistance at the supply, but Bank Nifty is comfortably up. This is not a fake out, right? These are just normal retracements. Fake out is basically, fake out will be something like it will be a deep cut in. So this is a fake. These little candles, they don't mean anything. 1k subs, yeah, that's good. That's a good feeling to have 1k subs. How to identify distribution and reaccumulation? You can check my video on it. There is a video named action around the VWAP, how to identify these things. You can check that video. There's a video named okay, Jay Kumar says, I'm a beginner, I want to learn price action, can you please guide me? If you want to learn price action, you can start with it depends on what you already know. So if you can tell me what you already know, then I'd be able to guide you better. Ashok Leyland, oh, right? Ashok Leyland for a swing trade. Okay. No, nothing really. Don't take it. This is not good. Might take a lot of time here, so don't take it. Dr. Reddy, all right. Yeah, this is okay. This is nice. So farmers are setting up. All right, we can chase farmers. Farmers are setting up nicely. So if I check out these farmer stocks, see, this was expected. So now let it do this. All right, don't change your view immediately, because you knew this can happen, because you were chasing it far from the VWAP, right? So you knew this can happen. So your reference area is just this demand zone right here. So let it rotate in this area. You were going long at a supply, and this is far from the VWAP, so this can happen anytime. Bank Nifty again picking up demand. Bank Nifty is nicely bullish. I should head higher today as well. Sun TV for swing? No, don't take it for a swing trade. It's trashed. Don't take it for a swing trade. If it gives a move in intraday, you can hold it for tomorrow as well. But just don't take it for a swing trade. There's a huge distribution base here. All right, so don't take it for a swing trade. Bank Nifty again trying to push up. If you're holding Bank Nifty longs, you can just keep it. It will move up nicely. If you want to take a pair trade kind of a thing, you can short Nifty and you can take Bank Nifty. You will be hedged on your Bank Nifty positions. I mean, this is the time when you go long in Bank Nifty and you short Nifty. Basics, okay. Free series start free. I've already given out everything for free. I'll try to make a few videos on YouTube as well, but honestly, I've given out everything. Okay, so you just know the basics. So if you know the basics, then you can start reading the books which I've posted on my Instagram or resources. I've posted a lot of books on the resources here, which is Just a second. So I've posted a lot of books in my resources on the public server. You can check it out, and you can read them. You can read them. DB Corp. Okay. DB Corp. It's trying to break down. Also, if you're looking for a swing trade, not the perfect trade here. This is not good. Bank Nifty will just shoot up. Don't worry about Sun TV. Let it do its thing. My only area to judge my trade is my reaction around the VWAP. Maybe this is a bad trade, not the best trade, because it was far from the VWAP, but it's fine. We will keep an eye on it. See, this is why I told to avoid it. It won't break it easily. All right. So what will happen is most guys, once you exit here, you'll try to chase it on the upside again, right? I know this happens with everyone. You try to chase it on the upside again, and then you get caught in this. If you have a fixed area of distribution and the stock is even going through it, just leave the stock. Right? Just leave the stock. It's not worth it. Will come down 9 out of 10 times. Right? This is looking nice. You can enter this one. Pharmas are looking nice. So, see, now what is going on is pharma and banks are trying to move up together, which is not a very usual occurrence, right? So, if you're taking longs here, get in with a little less size, right? You can get in with some trade like this, targeting this high. If you're taking longs here, you get in with a little size because banks and farmers are moving up together. This is a bit far from the VWAP as well, so there's a chance of a shakeout in either in this or in banks, right? One of these can happen. So if you're getting in Dr. Reddy, get in with a smaller size. You see there is supply in Lupin as well. So if you entered here, then you have much room to manage your trades. But if you take the breakout, you don't have a lot of room to manage your trade. If you're entering here, you have all this room to manage your trade and you still at a profit. But if you're entering the breakout, then you will have to exit at a loss almost all the time. So the stock was Dr. Reddy, right? Okay, let's see what happens. But one has to fake out. Either this comes down or either Bank Nifty comes down. Both will not go up together. Britannia is at early demand. Again, if Bank Nifty is bullish, all these Britannias and all these will be bearish. And you see it's bearish. It is bearish. See, now it's trying to spike up. This is why I said this is your area of importance. All this that happens here is just ignore that. Sorry. Let's see how it fares, Sun TV. So Bank Nifty is trying to come on the downside, but it's fine. Nothing bearish about it. BL showing good move. BL, there was no long here. See, the reference area is this demand, so it did not really break that demand, right? Every time it went, it broke the structure on the upside again. So this was a good area to take a long trade. In BL, this was a good area to take a long trade. Yeah, you're correct. But now it's gone. Don't take a move now. AI for a swing trade. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. This is much nice, better. See, this is good. This is good for a swing trade. You can take it. Yeah. If you get an intraday entry, just time it in intraday, right? You can time it here. If it comes back down, you can buy it at these demand zones. Just time your entry in intraday. Don't enter higher just because you're looking at the higher time frame. Doesn't mean that you'll take an entry in the higher time frame as well. Okay, Dixon. Okay, all right. See, so this is working out nice. I did not take this. See, the reason I am avoiding to take any trades because then I need my entire focus on my trades, right? If I just had to type the callouts, then that would be different. But see, this is working out nicely. So Dixon, if you had taken Dixon, that is a nice one. Dixon, sorry, Dixon, whatever it is. Just that I told to avoid it in the morning. See, this is why I told to avoid it. Look at the move down, right? So okay, so now I'm having a grip on the market and things are playing out as planned. Now it feels good. Let's see. Just dial is okay for a swing trade, but be aware of this supply. Be aware of this supply right here. Alright, be aware of this supply. Otherwise, it's alright. Lupin is negating this one, so I think farmers are ready. Yeah, you can get in doctor ready. You can get in doctor ready. I think it should spike. I'll check other farmers as well. Trade will look something like this. Your stop should be below this demand. You can keep your stop here as well, below this low right here. But again, this is a major swing because you see this is a bigger candle right here, right? So this is proper selling. Once this is absorbed, now it has a chance of shooting up. But don't forget, all these trades are far from the VWAP. So these are not the perfect entries, alright? But these are good enough to take if you can manage them later. And if you feel that the market is trying to head up or your sector is trying to head up, then these are good enough entries to take the trade. See Sun TV again, another bottom right here. Let's see, I think it should go till here very, very easily. Dixon is moving nicely. Okay, Dixon is an FNO stock now. Did not really know that. Put up doctorate. Alright, this is also spiked. See, so this is, yeah, now we're getting into some kind of form. If you see, this is the launching base right here. If it fakes out, it will stay here and then go down. Alright, so it's perfectly safe now. You can exit at your cost or just below your cost. Safari India, okay. Yeah, this was good. This was okay. This was good. This was a nice entry right here. This was a good one. Sorry. Okay, Airtel. Alright. Airtel for what? Airtel for long? No, not really. It's falling down. So don't take Airtel. Also avoid taking more than 2 longs at a time. Okay, look at this move. Nice little spike right here. This was good. Let's see, I'm expecting a purge of this high. Expecting a nice little break above this high and then you'll exit. So see, sometimes this will happen. This will happen 8 out of 10 times, and sometimes Tata Steel will happen where the entire sector just turns around. So that is not in your hands. You want to take the sectors which are trying to move up. Now see the difference between Lupin and Dr. Reddy? Hopefully it's clear with everyone why Lupin isn't moving up and Dr. Reddy is moving up. right? So the supply is right here in Lupin, but Dr. Reddy has already taken out these cluster of supplies. It's already moving at 1:1. If it rejects from this supply, don't worry about it, you just exit at your cost. Alright? Ester Bio. Ester Bio for what, bro? For a swing or for intraday? This is good for a swing trade. You can take it. It's forming a nice little base here. It can spike up. This is good. ICICI. Okay. There was a long in the morning actually. Now it's not there. There was a long here itself. Now it's not there. See, it's trying to trade here. Don't worry about it. Don't exit just yet. Let it do whatever it's doing. Just head up. Alright, Brigade. Brigade, it's gone, bro. Brigade, the entry is here. Brigade is also a reality stock, right? So see the structure of Brigade. Look at this beautiful uptrending structure. This is outperforming every reality stock, right? See, Brigade is outperforming this as well. That's the benefit of a good structure, right? So see, Brigade is an awesome structure right here, just spiking and moving up very, very nicely. This is ready now. Let's see, I'm waiting on this to spike up. Alright, Rosary Biotech. See, again, there's a lot of room below your trade. So not my cup of tea, this one. BPCL, alright. Again, the same thing, there's a lot of room below the trade. You're trying to go long at a supply. So avoid this. So Bank Nifty shows no signs of faking out, but this is showing signs of faking out. So your reference area is your demand. So okay, I'll give out the secret. Okay, let's see. Also look at this. So the bias was correct. It got rejected from higher supplies, but it's fine. This is why I told you not to buy calls here. Hopefully you saved yourself, right? No calls at supplies. The worst area to buy calls. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, I think it slipped out of my mind. Yeah, okay, so sorry. So if you see your trade, this the part where you enter the trade, it should become a demand or supply zone later. That is the part which you want to have. That you can spot contractions which later become demand zones, right? So now this has become a demand zone. You see, this thing has become a demand zone, and that was my entry, right? So now if it comes down, there will be a reaction. If it comes down again, then I'll exit. Alright, so now my entry has become a demand zone, and this is what I worked on. Your entry should become your demand zone. Tata Steel falling, yeah, it's just range bound. Wonderla for a swing trade. Alright, yeah, this is good. This is nice. Disco has already learned a lot in like 2 hours. This is nice. Good one. Okay, Sun TV spiking. All right. Yeah, let it move. Let's see how far it goes. Hope this is not a fake out. But see, again, now my entry has again become a demand zone. So my entry again becomes a demand zone here, and now it can roam around here for the entire day. I wouldn't really exit. Alright, we have 95 people watching. That's a lot of people. Edelweiss, I'll check it out. Just see now. This is trying to fake out. Let's see. No exits yet. Let it just roam around. Sun TV, I think it can also spike up till these levels. Edelweiss is spiked up. Ignore this one. It has already spiked up. The Nifty is consolidating here, so let's hope for a breakout above and not a pullback. If this breaks out, Bank Nifty is going to shoot up. It was 110, all right. Can I do a tutorial on YouTube? I'll try. I'll try to do something on YouTube as well. I'll try to upload videos. I think other media stocks should be, yeah. See, now this was a better long than Sun TV. I mean, not really a long trade here, but a better structure than Sun TV. See, this is also trending on the upside. So all these were better structures than Sun TV, but it's fine. See, now it will just consolidate here all the time. Grasim, all right. Grasim is okay. So the problem with Grasim is there's a lot of space below, even though it's okay. Even though it's sustaining above this zone right here, there is a lot of space below this demand. This is thin. This is the base actually. So if you're taking a long here, you can take a long here, but enter with smaller size because of the space below. So what it can do is it can just consolidate here, something like this. Something like this, it can just keep on doing. Right? Now see the difference between Lupin and Dr. Reddy. No space to move up, went down sharply. Look at the supply, not really coming down. Do we have to enter at contractions with no space below? You can try that. You can try that. It should work out. Okay, VBL, okay. VBL, I didn't really check it out. Avoid it, VBL, avoid it. There is a distribution base right here. So avoid this. When banks are bullish, this will not be bullish, guys. You see Bank Nifty is again breaking out. Nifty is also trying to break out. So if Nifty breaks out, Sun TV and all these stocks should follow. But the entire focus is on Bank Nifty today. Actually, the focus is on Bank Nifty was from this day, but then yesterday a shakeout happened, and now it's going up again. So Dr. Reddy will take out this. We'll take this out. Just stay in the trade. Don't exit early. Stay in Sun TV as well. Bank Nifty is bullish. Bank Nifty. We are stocking Bank Nifty since the morning. It's bullish. It's much stronger than Nifty today. So even if you went long in Bank Nifty at these levels, right, which I discussed, and shorted Nifty at these levels, you're actually still in a profit in both trades. That's nice. That's a nice advantage to have over the crowd. ICICI GI, Without avoiding it. Yeah, so the long was here. No longs here, it's gone. There is a sharp pullback, and you see Dr. Reddy is moving up. So we already discussed this, that one has to pull back. So why does this pullback happen, right? Why does this pullback actually happen? You see this base breakout, so this entire base is leading to the bullish move, right? So these kinds of shakeouts will happen periodically, right? That is why you be very aware of what can happen. Now see this pullback, but this did not fall, right? Nifty fell down, right? But if you see, Dr. Reddy wasn't affected at all, which means money is flowing into Dr. Reddy at these levels. Bank Nifty is still bullish, don't worry about it, right? It can rotate around in this range, but it's still bullish. But if you see Dr. Reddy here, the move is about to come, right? So this is why context is very important. Even if you apply the smart money concept, see this is moving already. You just discuss and immediately trying to move up. This is why the context is very, very important. You can uh, trade these concepts, smart money concepts, but without the context you will still be lost. See the move, nicely moving up. The defensives and the high beta will never move together. So as soon as there was a shakeout, so this shakeout could have been in Dr. Reddy as well, and Bank Nifty would have spiked, or there can be a shakeout in Bank Nifty and Dr. Reddy would have spiked. But the thing is, Bank Nifty you were probably long from here, and Dr. Reddy you were probably long from here. So you're being profitable in both the trades, and you know what is happening. So this is the highest position of knowledge which you can get in your trades. Beyond that, you don't really know which will go where. Okay, ICICI, not really. Uh, Not really. It has moved up a lot, I think, from the base. How to? Someone just please post the public server. I'll just post the link, right? I'll just post the link in the chat. I've posted and pinned the link of the public server. You can join if you're not there. This live will be posted. Yeah, this live will be posted. If someone can make a nice thumbnail and send it to me, that'll be great. You can post it on the public server. I'll pick it up from there. That will be great. Made a C2C exit in SDFC. Okay. What? Okay, SDFC Bank. Yeah, it found a supply right here. See. Don't worry about this. Let it do its thing. Dixon at no, my Instagram bio contains the YouTube link, not the public server. Yeah, Dixon, just keep holding Dixon. This is it. Actually, I haven't really made a watch list for today. That is why I'm having to scan in the live market. So might be a few hiccups here and there, but overall I think this was a good session, a good morning session. In bank, I'll check it out. Just a second. Need to monitor this Sun TV trade. Again, a wick here. This is good. This will go up. Now see, the path of action in Bank Nifty is this area becomes your reference range. Now expect this before the next move up or down. Now look at this thing. Right? Look at this. Nice move in Dr. Reddy. Already I think it's more than 1:1. IndusInd Bank, if I check it out, uh, just a second. Wait. IndusInd Bank is good. This is good, yeah. So if you see this area, it's all right. There's a bit of space below, but you can get in because the view in Bank Nifty is still bullish. You can get in IndusInd Bank. This is a nice one. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be back. Right. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. All right. Let's see what is going on. Blue star entry at 10. Okay, Sun TV, you can exit now because it's becoming weaker. You can exit Sun TV now. Once it moves up and it just sits at the demand zone, you can exit the stock. Okay, immediately dropped. You can exit Sun TV now. It will keep going around in this range, but this is nice. It might move up tomorrow, I think. Blue star entered at 10. Okay. Okay, this is a good entry. Yeah, this is a great entry. Sun TV, if you have, you can exit, guys. I've already told. This is a great entry. Yeah, this is a great entry. Let's see if it goes up. If the market turns bearish, then it's fine. Don't worry about it. The Bank Nifty index is good. The Sun TV, the reference demand is still this. So it can come down to the VWAP can go up, but our exit, we got an exit right here. So early exits will help you a lot. Hopefully you got the exit. Early exits will help you a lot. It will save you from all this. So this was a nice exit, even though it's not bearish, but the momentum is done. So maybe it consolidates and moves up later in the day, but for now the momentum is done. So you can stay out of Sun TV. IndusInd Bank still looks alright. It's outperforming Bank Nifty as well, if you see. Okay, not really outperforming, but still doing good. Above the range, that's a good one. Dr. Reddy, it's getting supplies from here. Let's see how this shapes up. Hopefully it doesn't dump down very fast. Now Bank Nifty again, see, the supply is absorbed immediately. Look at this, this is absorbed immediately. Again a new high you can expect. So you can take a long in a banking stock again. So the one was have HDFC Bank. So see, immediately went back up. So this is a shakeout. This is a proof that that was a shakeout, and it's still bullish. Nifty on the other hand, see what happens. Okay, the title is, I'll change the title after I upload it. Don't worry about it. This is good. This is good, but again you're entering a bit high. The entry is supposed to be here, and then this is your entry. So it's the same thing as Sun TV. It's away from the VWAP, so might not move immediately, but the structure is bullish, no doubt about that. Let's check out a few banks. And what are metals doing? Again went range bound. Don't trade these. There is no space on the upside to move. Don't trade all this. See, there was space here, and look at the move. So this is the power of your space to move, or path of least resistance. There is space to move up, accumulates, spikes up. There is nothing, no space to go up here. Doesn't move. See, doesn't move. Still there's a lot of space here. This is actually in a bullish structure, JSW Steel. There is no space to go up here, doesn't move. See, already tapped the space on the upside, doesn't move. Sorry. Yeah, so much space to move up. Just moving up nicely. Of course, it will happen after accumulation. This also indicates weakness in the stock, so don't really just chase the space to move. Look at proper structures. Let's see what Sun TV does. You can exit Sun TV if you're not exited yet. I've already told you to exit around 585.5. Alright, so also make sure that you don't really trade in the afternoon. So from around 11:30 to around 1:30, don't take any fresh entries, because most stocks will consolidate that time. You want to catch something like this in the morning, and then you just want to close your system. Alright, don't want to wish for a bigger move, because see, it will just keep rotating in this reference range until it moves up or moves down, right? So don't take entries from 12 to like 1:30 in the afternoon. We can get really huge trades. So I'll see if I can come live in the afternoon as well, and then maybe we can catch some bigger moves. This is ready now. Look at the volumes come. This is so good. Actually, you can take this one right here. Take it right here, keep your stop here. The trade will look something like this. Even though there's supply, I'd still want to take it, because the volumes are pretty nice, and Dr. Reddy is still in a bullish structure. So Lupin is still nice. You can take Lupin on the upside. Do we have to? Okay, CDSL. Yeah, this was good. We took it. This was an entry right here. No space on the downside. See, there is nothing on the downside. Immediate spike up. Do we have to enter at contractions that we have no space below? You can try it. Try it, guys. Try it. Don't expect a magical pill from me. Alright, just try it. If it works out, you'll get your answer. If it doesn't, then you can ask me your doubts. But don't ask for a strategy without yourself trying it and not knowing what can happen, what cannot happen, right? So try it by yourself, and then you can take it. I'll also enter Lupin on my uh, just a second. Alright, I'm in Lupin. Let's see how it works out. Looks nice. Lupin will get rejected. Let's see if it gets rejected, we'll exit accordingly. Don't assume the rejection on your own. If it gets rejected, we'll exit accordingly. Alright. See, when you're getting a nice trade, you're getting something like this. When you're getting a failed trade, you will probably get something like this exit. So okay, your risk to reward is heavily in your favor. If it turns around, it's fine. I'll exit accordingly. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you the exit as well. I'm not going anywhere for the next 15-20 minutes. Then we'll see. Godrej properties. Okay, I'll check it out. Godrej properties. This is not contraction of the VWAP. It's rolling over. This is a rollover actually. This is rolling over on the downside. This is not contraction of the VWAP. Don't take a long in this one. So I think Nifty is dumping. That is why this is happening. Let's see. Pharma is bullish. Dr. Reddy is still bullish. I don't expect Lupin to retrace a lot. Might go sideways because of Nifty, but I think we should be fine. Hopefully you guys are still in Dr. Reddy. Don't exit this one. This is extremely strong. Going up. Let it do its thing. See, all these are attempts to push the price up. Money is flowing into Pharma. Probably getting out of some other sector. Have to find out which sector it is. This is nice. Dr. Reddy should move up nicely. Lupin, another thing I wanted to show you guys is this area right here. If you see, this is sustaining above this base breakout. So there is a huge kind of a potential for a move up, right? So you don't want to leave these trades if they give you a nice intraday entry. You don't want to leave them, right? There is a good potential for a big move till here in the coming days as well. So even if it goes down today, I'll still keep stocking it for a long trade until this is taken out. All right. So don't worry about just minor intraday entries. Intraday is all everything intraday. In intraday, everything depends upon timing. If Nifty starts falling as you take a trade, of course you are about to take a loss, right? You might not take a loss if your stock selection is really good, but even in that, you will take a loss half of the times if Nifty starts to dump. So don't worry about it. I've actually got in the futures. Make any progress. See, Sun TV is expected. See, this gaps up, intraday gap up, random intraday gap up. This indicates this is accumulation. This is accumulation area. Accumulation day is happening in Sun TV. Alright, polyplex for a swing trade. Alright. Polyplex for a swing trade. This is good. You can keep your stop below this demand zone. This is good. This is a good one. You can keep your stop below this demand zone and you can take it on the long side. Dalmia Bharat. Okay. This is good. Just wait for the breakout of that high. So if you are in an intraday trade, you can expect this high to be taken out later in the day. So if it rolls over and tries to come back to the VWAP, exit half, right? But hold the rest. Don't exit full because this is at a nice swing high. You can move up. Meanwhile, look at this. Don't book before this high is taken out. Right? This high is. I'll just draw the level. This high is around 49.45. So wait for this at least. This was a nice one which we got. If you've taken it, I think it's running around 1:2 already. Yeah, 1:2 is done. This is 1:2.5, which is a good risk to reward. So it's all a game of risk to reward. Don't worry about your failed trades. If your risk to reward is fine, you're gonna be fine. My opinion on free trades, I don't really trade options, so not the best guy to ask the opinion on free trades. But if you are trading options, then there is a risk of that happening. All right. So that is market risk. If you go out and ask anyone for your money, you're not going to get anything. That is market risk, and it's not being orchestrated purposefully. It happens because of the system. If you put an SL on the market order and suddenly all liquidity is sucked in, then the next price will be way away, right? Very far. So that is just market risk. You cannot do anything about it. Lupin is also trying to move up. Godrej Properties is in a huge range. When to buy? Don't buy it now. Let it do something. This is moving up nicely. So this is what happens when you stock the entire sector as well. You find the most bullish structure as well, which will give you move like this. Now see, here is where you will exit maybe half, or if you want to book full, then that's also fine. We got in around, we already got around 1%, almost 1%, which is good because our stop is 0.3%, so that is more than 1:2. Indersin, what is going on in Indersin? I haven't really checked it out just a sec. Yeah, so there was a risk of this, but your stop should be below the demand. So if you're still in the trade, wait for some reaction from this level. If it doesn't react from this level, then you can exit. So if it starts breaking this low again, then you can probably exit, but it can just rotate here because there was a lot of space below. It won't, I don't think it will really come down all the way. So let's see. Lupin is moving up. This should be a big one, I think. Look at this guy right here. So exactly as we discussed, this will shoot up. Just got a shakeout, but it's fine. When both banks and farmers are setting up together, one will fail. So you try to get in both. Sorry, but you try to get in a sector where you're getting some confirmation. All right. IIFL, which one? IIFL Wealth or which one? Finance, securities. Which IIFL are you talking about? Uh, which IIFL are you talking about? You need to tell me. Sun TV is Bajaj Electrical entry at 10:15. Okay. At 10:15, you chase the move, bro. It's there's a lot of space below. So the dip into demand is this. So stop should be here. So not a great entry in my opinion. Not a great entry in my opinion. This one. Bank Nifty still rotating inside this reference range as we discussed. Let's see where it moves next. But Sun TV is so bullish from these levels. Really bullish. Lupin also, once it breaks out, this will give a huge move. Sandhar Technologies. No, I'll avoid this. Let it go back inside the range. Then it can go up. Till then, I'll avoid this one. BNF, I told you it will keep rotating inside the range. No trades really pierce the high, but still. Yeah, so BNF, the view was that it will keep rotating inside the range. So the range was this one. You see, this was the range right here. So don't take any trades in Bank Nifty right now. This was a nice trade into the supply. It's worked out fine. Let's see what it does. This is about to spike up. Hopefully you guys have taken Lupin as well, but don't consider these as callouts. Again, it will just keep trading inside the range. See, after you get a demand move from your entry and it breaks that zone, this becomes a strong supply, right? So most of the times this won't be taken out. It becomes a strong supply for your trade. You see, this can happen as well, right? Doesn't mean that the stock is bearish, because bearish only below this range. It can do anything inside this. All right, so I guess that is it for today. Won't be taking really won't really be taking any trades now. You can keep Lupin on your you can hold Lupin until it turns around and breaks this demand right here. Till then it's good. You can hold it and that is it. Dr. Eddy also, you can hold it until it breaks this demand zone. Till then it's fine. So that is it for today, and I'll announce when we will meet again. We will meet again. I'll announce when that will happen. All right. So thank you guys for giving your time, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day, everyone.